Greetings, YouTube. My wife and I are off on an adventure. Whoops. It's locked. We are going to go look at houses today. Someone asked me the last snowstorm we had if I would take a look or show them what it looked like after the snow. So
this is a few days. So
this is 2 days ago.
Snow. It's slippery.
It is kind of slippery. Hope I don't slip. Because unfortunately, due to something known as retinopathy, which is a disorder of the retinas related to diabetes, I have had surgeries done. And those surgeries have messed up my contrast vision, something fierce. So at the moment, I'm kind of blind. The world is kind of white. But when I get in the car, I'll put my sunglasses on. And that'll be better. So I'm going to sneak around here. You can see our streets at the moment are down to one lane because there's just so much bloody snow everywhere. It's pretty and all, but man, it's no fun shoveling it.
You want me to go up, down? Go ahead, go up. Sorry, I didn't mean to take this. I feel like we're going to pull out. Okay, I'm Brenda. Pleased to meet you.
I'm Lara. Nice to meet you. This is
And
James.
James.
Hi, how you
Nice to
doing?
meet you.
Obviously, you know.
Oh, yes. All right, here's a list of the houses, and some of the houses that we're going to look at today, typically we get some paperwork on them. So if you see a staple, that means there's something involved with that particular. One of them we will not see. I got to call. One of the things why I, in particular, want to just lead you, and I hate to use the word lead, but show you split entries is because most of the time they are ready in the lower level to assume an in-law or the extra space. Where a ranch, you're below ground, a New Englander may not be at all ready for anything. So you got the two small ones and a bigger one. Office, spare room. And
Yeah, oh yeah, this would
master.
definitely bedroom in
Yeah.
the back.
The windows in this particular unit are newer. This is a bank-owned property, so what happens is when you put an offer in on a bank property, most of the properties that you see today are bank-owned, you're assuming them as is. Okay? One of them. Animal.
Yeah, animal.
Yeah. Okay, this is one of the houses that you would have to convert the garage into living space.
Yeah.
That area has a half a bath, so you have to upgrade to a 3/4. But this is a nice area. There's definitely room to move through there because the water's there with the washer and dryer.
Right.
So you can definitely get a stand-up shower. You can put a kitchenette in here, the water's right through here, so a kitchenette can go through here, and a big bedroom through there, which would work out perfectly.
The gate's a little
The dog.
unusual here. But so this is where the laundry is, so that would be a shared.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so that was footage of my wife and I out looking for houses for the first day. And you saw footage of the first place we looked at, which was a split level. And we come into the video, go up to the second floor, and then later we went down to the basement. And the reason there were 3 of us is that our goal here is to find a place for my wife and I to live and our 3 cute cats. But also to have somewhere for my wife's mother, my mother-in-law, to live. She's currently living in a 3-floor townhouse, and she has mobility issues, as you might notice her difficulty going up the stairs. So she really needs to be living in a place that's on one level completely, and isn't too far off the ground as far as to get into the place. So I'm hoping we can find some place that's like only 2 or 3 steps, and I would eventually put a ramp in so that she would not have to use steps at all. And we looked at 3 split levels today. The one you saw there, another one which was in not as good a condition, and a 3rd one which was in better condition. And we also looked at a 2 unit building outside the city I'm in, and it was in horrible shape. I mean, the garage door was broken. There was a hole in the garage wall. You walked into the house, and the front door didn't open because the frame was racked. There was a hole in the living room wall. I walked into one of the rooms, and the floor was visibly doing this. I mean, it was it was actually dipped about this far in the middle from the 2 corners. It was a 60-year-old house, or it's almost 70 years old. It was just in really, really horrible shape. And there was a big lock on the door, so it has a key in it, so you put a combination in, and it opens up, and you can lock the door. But there was no reason to lock this house. No one was going to want to go in it. It was in horrible shape. So that was a non-starter right there. I think the real estate agent hadn't been there before, and she's was just stunned at how horrible it looked. I'll pass, thanks. Not to mention the taxes were incredibly high because it's on a half-acre lot in a good in a city known for having high prices. So it would have just not been interested to us in the least. But what we're thinking and looking for is a actual apartment building, 2 units. 2 one-floor units, flats, with my mother-in-law living on the 1st floor and my wife and I living on the 2nd. And eventually, if that works out, and she stays there until she needs to move into an assisted living facility, then we would move downstairs so that we would have ourselves on a lower level, so we wouldn't have to go up and down. But that's long-term thinking, 30 years from now. So we've started. It's something brand new for us. We've never looked for our own property before. I've never had the opportunity, really. We've decided that with my mother-in-law needing a place desperately because the mobility issue is a serious health risk for her, traveling up and down stairs every day, getting from her 2nd floor bedroom to the 1st floor where she spends most of her time, and in the basement, which is where the garage and the laundry and everything else. It's too difficult for her. So with her assistance, we should hopefully be able to swing a mortgage payment. So that's the theory, at least. So I'm probably going to do a series of videos dealing with house hunting. Today was just the first one. I'm hoping that we actually get some properties that I will actually be interested in, because the one we saw today, which was decent, I mean, it's not a bad property, that first one we looked at, and the 3rd one we saw today, the card of my camera was apparently full by the time I got there. All the split levels we looked at, they weren't necessarily horrible. It's just that on top of the price of having to pay for the home, you would have to dump another $30,000 into renovating the place to get that basement area to be a fully functional in-law apartment with its own kitchen and making sure it had a functional bathroom, more than just a toilet and a sink, and full walk-in shower and all that stuff. And it's a lot of work and effort. I can do a lot of handyman stuff. I can patch holes and fix doors and paint and things like that, not a problem. I can put faucets in and things like that. But I can't do an entire renovation. I can't put a shower stall in. I can't put an entire kitchen in. I can't put walls up that are going to pass code, things like that. So that's a lot of time and effort, and you have to find, and we have to have her helping us pay for the mortgage, so it's not like she can live at her place while we get the new place fixed. So a 2-apartment structure would be far superior. So hopefully in the near future, sometime in the next, well, hopefully less than in the next year, we will be moving into our own place.